Hello and welcome. My name is Alex Bradley, and I'm a Unitarian minister living and working in the town of Knutsford in Cheshire, where I serve a Unitarian and Free Christian congregation called Brook Street Chapel. And here on Christmas Eve, I'm recording these devotions for those of us who are unable for various reasons to attend our services in person, and those who won't be able to attend our 11:30 p.m. midnight service, as we call it, this evening, for you to know that you are very much in our thoughts and prayers. And so this Christmas Eve, we remember that it's a time for giving, a time for hope, and a time for love. Christmas is at one and the same time a time for celebration and also for quiet reflection. And may these elements of togetherness bring us light and strength and comfort and joy. Someone once said that God goes to those people who have time to hear. And so God went to some simple shepherds on a cloudless night 2,000 years ago. And a prayerful reflection, adapted and slightly changed from words by Patricia Bowen. Christmas is a season of the spirit, a habit of the heart. It is not reserved for special days in December, but available every day, all year. It lights our way through the darkness to the Bethlehem that dwells in each one of us. There is a star that shines in spite of ourselves within us. Here we pause, if only for a few moments, in the midst of the busyness of this season, to listen for the angel voices that sound softly inside each one of us, proclaiming the truth of Christmas that lies beneath all the ribbon and the paper, the tinsel and the glitter of getting and spending. And so as we pause here on this Christmas Eve, let us listen quietly to those whispers of Christmas truth, of the gifts of Christmas that cannot be got or bought or sold, but can only be freely received and freely given, shared with ourselves and with others. And someone once said that we should love the giver far more than the gift. And those words about the giver and the gift bring me to this beautiful arrangement in front of us. When some good friends of ours came round this morning and brought us this beautiful arrangement. This arrangement for Christmas, which I think sum up some of the messages that Christmas brings us. This arrangement was made by someone who has been seriously ill, but thankfully has since recovered, and along with other people, we have been remembering her in our prayers and our thoughts in our chapel here at Knutsford. And as I light this candle in this arrangement, I think of the gift of the light. This candle, this flame, representing both the return of the light of the sun at this, the darkest time of year, and the light that Jesus' teachings brings into our lives. We see in this arrangement the beauty of the evergreen that reminds us that life continues, that life can never truly die, but it goes on in different forms, in different ways, but it goes on. I think too of some of the sparkly nature of this arrangement, because Christmas can be a sparkly time when it fizzes with joy. I think too of this dried wood, and this dried wood can remind us that sometimes Christmas can be a quiet, even seemingly a dull and lifeless time. And perhaps it has seemed like that for you at certain times in your life. Perhaps it's feeling like that for you now. And if so, know that you are held in our loving thoughts and prayers. That the sparkle, we hope, will come back for you. Elsewhere in this arrangement, there are some cinnamon sticks tucked away there. And those cinnamon sticks remind us of the many gifts that nature has, the herbs, the plants, the substances that can bring us health and healing, along with the wonders of medical science. The arrangement has some dried fruit as well, and that reminds us of all the presence of food that sustain us, both physical food, but also the food of the spirit as well that sustains us. And there's also in this arrangement gold and silver represent the sparkle of times to come. And yes, there are thistles as well, because the thistles are a symbol of the fact that sometimes life can have its pain and its difficulty, alongside the sparkles and alongside the gold and silver. The gold and silver is a symbol of the good that is to come, along with the evergreen that symbolizes life going on, life continuing in all its glory, and the light that never dies, even though it seemingly may be quenched at times in our lives. And so may our Christmas, may your Christmas be like the evergreen, ever old and ever new. And I close with some prayerful thoughts adapted from Augusta Randall. Christmas may be a day of feasting or a day of prayer, or perhaps it may be both. But always it will be a day of remembrance, a day in which we think of everyone we have loved and those whom we loved. May Christmas be a day of remembrance, a day of love, a day of light and peace for you. Blessings on this eve of Christmas to you all. Amen.